team, thanks so much for joining me for another edition of Total Max Fitness TV. So there are a lot of different weight loss tips out there, blog posting, YouTube postings, even like tweets and stuff like that from different fitness experts who are trying to give you different facts or what they claim are facts in order to help you get a little bit closer towards maybe some weight loss, shedding a couple pounds, right? But the problem here is that if let's say you're following everything they say all the way to the T, but you're not following, or you're not finding any sort of results, what do you do then? Well, it basically just means that you might have a little bit of fiction in there with those, quote, facts. So what we're going to try to do today is separate some of the fiction from the facts and get you on the track of maybe like shedding a couple different pounds that you're looking for and get you back on the track to the body that you said that you really, really wanted. Let's get you there, right? So the first thing is I want to kind of talk about is going to be the 8 o'clock cutoff time that seems to be prevalent a lot. I've seen this a lot where people are saying that like, oh, you can't have food after 8 p.m. or 8:30 or 9 o'clock has to be your cutoff time. The kitchen has to be closed. Well, despite popular belief, as soon as the sun comes down and let's say you have some sort of food consumption, it does not automatically turn into stored fat. So giving yourself a time limit as far as when you should be having food is not really going to be helping you shed the pounds that you say you're looking for. What you're really looking for is making sure that you set yourself a guideline or a parameter that you want to be able to have a certain amount of calories throughout the entire day from the time you wake up all the way to the time that you go to bed. So it doesn't necessarily matter if you have the food a little bit later or a little bit earlier, just as long as you have a certain amount of calories that you're looking for throughout the entire day, they're going to be a-okay. Yes? So now the next thing is, I'm hearing a lot is that people saying that you have to go with the light version. You have to have the light, cream cheese, you have to have the light whatever, essentially, the light version, right? Because we see light and we just automatically think that it means we're going to have like an incredible weight loss. Well, again, this is not necessarily true. Maybe what you're saving on in calories and maybe even in fat calories, you could be gaining in other ingredients, which is true. So you could be adding in artificial sweeteners, regular sugar that you might be adding in there as well. Sodium, of course, that's going to be something. So what you're looking for is like maybe, okay, let's take an example of cream cheese, yes? So if let's say we have a regular cream cheese versus your light cream cheese. So if you look at the back of the labels, typically what you're probably going to be saving on is maybe 15 calories, which is okay, great, awesome. But if you might look a little bit closer down to the other ingredients, it's possible you could be getting up to maybe 11 milligrams of sodium. And although it seems like that's not much, a little bit goes a long way. And sodium, actually salt, which is essentially what sodium is actually going to be a contributing factor for you to have bloat. So maybe you have the light version, but it actually seems that you're going to be expanding. It's not going to get you any closer to the weight loss it is that you said you're looking for. So your best option, honestly, is to go with the regular version, just making sure that you have lower portions or smaller portions of it. Now, next up is my personal favorite that I hear a lot. Oh, if you're going to go vegan, that means that you're going to lose a lot of weight, right? Going vegan is the way to go. Well, again, vegan food has empty calories just like any other food as well. So it's possible that you could be taking in a lot of different empty calories. You could be, okay, let's take an example of French fries. French fries are actually vegan. It's true. Yes, you could be making your own homemade Snickers, vegan version of Snickers. Yes, again, I've seen this before. It's crazy. But just because you have the vegan version doesn't necessarily mean that you can go crazy pants, right? It has empty calories. What the best option is, honestly, is if you look for whole, balanced foods, especially if you're doubling down on your vegetables and also having in your regular, or I don't want to say regular, but if you're having in fruits as well. So you add in fruits as well as double down on those vegetables, just your traditional vegetables, and what you're going to find is that your waistline will thank you, and you're going to start to see a shrinkage, which is honestly what I'm thinking, like, you know, not such a bad thing, right? And then last but not least would be the idea that if you have healthy foods, or if it says it's like, you know, low-cal, whatever, that means you can have as much as you possibly want. Again, sorry, not true. Just because you have a, quote, healthy food, let's take an example of peanut butter. I'm the #1 preacher of peanut butter. I say peanut butter, yes, let's do it. But having an entire jar of peanut butter, no, not so much. having just maybe even 1 tablespoon of peanut butter could cost you up to maybe 120 calories. Yes, that's true. 120 calories from just 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. So again, it's all about your proportion size rather than just necessarily having the light version or the healthy version or the vegan version or any of those things. So just look out for those few things and let me know how those things go. Maybe making a couple switches here and there. So again, don't worry about the cutoff time. Next would be, don't worry about the light version. Just have the regular version, just maybe a smaller portion. Also, going vegan, sure, absolutely, go for it. But just because you're going vegan does not necessarily mean that you're going to have weight loss. And last but not least, one of my very personal favorites happens to be like, if you have a lot of healthy different options, so if you stack your entire cupboard of nothing but healthy foods, that means that you're going to have automatic weight loss. Again, this is not true. You're going to be looking at your portion size, not necessarily what it says on the label, that nice little advertisement label that says healthy, right? Okay, my friends, give that a try. Let me know how it goes. Please make sure to like on Facebook. Please make sure to share with the rest of your friends. And please make sure to subscribe on YouTube. I will talk to you very soon. Have a great one. Adios.